Juice Wrld took over the rap game at a crazy pace and was on his way to becoming a certified superstar. But then in 2019, he tragically passed away out of nowhere. That's the official story, but some fans think Juice is still alive after faking his own death. And today we're taking a look at the shocking reasons why they believe he's still alive. On December 8, 2019, Juice Wrld was flying home from Los Angeles to Chicago on a private jet. While he was still in the air, feds told the police in Chicago that they thought there were guns and drugs on the plane, so the cops were waiting for him on the ground. According to members of his crew that talked to the cops later, Juice took several unknown pills, plus a bunch of Percocet to keep the police from finding them. The cops still found 70 pounds of weed on the plane, but Juice was allegedly more concerned about the pills than anything. After he popped the pills, Juice had a seizure and started bleeding from his mouth. He was known for using drugs heavily, but whatever he took that day on the jet was too much for his body to handle, and he was pronounced dead just a couple hours later. The cops gave him 2 doses of a medication called naloxone, which is used to save people who are overdosing on opioids like Percocet. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to fight off the amount of pills he took, and there was nothing else they could do. When the news first broke that Juice had died, nobody really knew what was going on, and there were all kinds of crazy rumors flying around. Some fans thought he had overdosed on purpose, while others were spreading conspiracy theories that his own team took him out. Then a month later, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office revealed that he was killed by toxic levels of oxycodone and codeine. Juice's death shocked the entire industry. He'd only been around for a couple of years, but he was already one of the biggest dudes in the rap game. Lil Bibby started his own label, Grade A Productions, because he wanted to take a step back from the booth and focus on helping new artists pop off. And Juice Wrld was the first rapper he ever signed. Juice had been dropping tracks on SoundCloud since 2015, and back then, he used the name Juice the Kid. He named himself after the character Tupac played in the movie Juice, and we'll dive deeper into that wild connection in a minute. While Juice was trying to break into the rap game, he had to support himself by doing things like working in a factory. He was never made for the 9-to-5 life though, and ended up getting fired after a couple of weeks. Then in 2017, Lil Bibby's brother G Money discovered Juice on SoundCloud and knew that Bibby had to sign him. Bibby told XXL that after he heard the track Lucid Dreams, he thought, "Oh, now this is probably the best song I've heard in 10 years. Bibby signed him immediately, and just a couple months later, Juice signed a deal with Interscope Records for $3 million. He dropped his debut album, which ended up selling over 5 million copies and going quintuple platinum, and the track Lucid Dreams racked up over 2 billion streams on Spotify. He followed it up with an EP dedicated to Lil Peep and XXXTentacion, who both died before they made it past 21 years old. Seeing other young rappers die didn't slow him down though, and Juice stayed on his music grind. He hopped on Travis Scott's track No Bystanders and hit the Billboard Hot 100 again. Then he linked up with Future for the collab tape World's on Drugs and debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart. Juice was already a star after only being in the game for around a year, and his wild success actually ties right into the theories about him still being alive. By the time his second album came out in March 2019, the hype around Juice Wrld was insane. He came out of nowhere and started dominating the charts like nobody had ever seen. And when Death Race for Love dropped, it debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and ended up going double platinum. After the album came out, Juice leveled up again and went on the Nicki World Tour with Nicki Minaj. It seemed like there wasn't any limit to how big Juice could get. He was only 20 years old, had 2 platinum albums under his belt, and was touring with one of the best-selling rappers of all time. Then just a few months later, the news broke that he had died. One of the biggest reasons people think the news about his death is sketchy is because of Juice's girlfriend, Ali Lottie. Last year, a video leaked that she sent to an unknown person on Instagram. In the video, Ali claimed that there was a lot of stuff going down behind the scenes that nobody knew about. According to her, there were people trying to make sure that she's not here.
They tried and tried their hardest to make sure I wasn't going to be here.
And made it sound like they wanted her dead. Nobody knows who she's talking about, but Ali said she was going to take it to court as soon as she knew that it would be safe for her. She said that the whole situation was about money, but didn't air out any details. Then during an Instagram live session, Ali went off on people commenting about her online and said that Juice would be proud of her. Then during that same live, she made a wild claim that shocked everyone. According to her,
"You guys think he died from a drug overdose? You're wrong! You're wrong! Literally!"
she didn't say what really went down with him, but the live led to even more rumors spreading on social media. That's when Juice's cousin Mills hopped into the conversation and called Ali out. Mills was really tight with Juice and a member of his 999 collective, and he obviously wasn't cool with Ali. After she claimed that Juice didn't die from an overdose, Mills went on Instagram and said that one of the last things he told Juice before he died was to watch out for that bitch. According to Mills, He saw how unhealthy their relationship was and how Ali was controlling Juice. Mills had to step away for a while because his grandma was diagnosed with cancer, and then Juice was dead just a few months later. Mills said Ali called him and Juice's other homies bag boys, even though she was almost 30 and dating a 19-year-old. He said that Juice was being used by everyone around him from the time he woke up in the morning until he went to sleep, including his own mom. Mills made the situation sound crazy toxic, and he thinks it led to Juice relying on drugs more and more. His fans knew that Juice used drugs, but most of them never realized how heavy he was on them. His ex-girlfriend Alexia Smith told the Daily Mail that Juice was always on drugs and that people used that to take advantage of him. According to her, labels were even offering him drugs just to try and get him into a deal. And one time, she allegedly saw someone from a record label trying to give Juice cocaine and morphine. Alexia said she broke up with him because the drug use got worse and he became violent when he tried to kick the habit. After they broke up, Ali Lottie came into the picture, and that's when everything took a turn for the worse. Ali claimed that she linked up with Juice through social media because she wanted to reach out as a fan of his music. They talked for a while online before making their relationship official, but it turns out that she was definitely capping about the situation. A video came out from before they were dating where Ali was in the car with a Juice song playing in the background.
And this is why I can't listen to the fucking radio. I need to stop fucking rappers.
Juice's fans started airing her out online over the video, but that's not the only reason they were pressed. Ali Lottie started dating an 18-year-old entrepreneur named Carter Jamison, who owns a company that links up with influencers for social media giveaways. They both tried to deny that they were dating at first, but then Jamison admitted that they were living in the same house. Ali can obviously date whoever she wants, even if they're way younger than her. But then Juice's fans noticed that Jamison was wearing a watch that Juice bought for Ali. Then rumors were flying that Ali had her Juice WRLD tattoo removed, but that was nothing compared to the news that broke next. A lot of fans blame Ali for making Juice's drug problems worse. The track Wandered to LA came out after he died, and on the track he even rapped, "Maybe it's the love, maybe it's the drugs, maybe it's because my girlfriend is the plug. Cocaine strums like guitar chords, she loves drugs, she goes hardcore. She's hiding from the truth, it's under the rug. Maybe it's because the lies, they fill her up." She said that his fans didn't know what they were talking about, but back in January, the situation took another messy turn when Ali and Carter Jamison were busted for meth possession and trying to steal from a Walmart in Arkansas. They both took plea deals to avoid spending any time behind bars, but the situation definitely didn't make Juice's fans like them anymore. When Lil Bibby heard the news, he clowned Ali over it and tweeted, "Damn, meth? Free Ali." Before he died, Juice told Vulture that he was trying to get away from drugs and not be around people who were doing them. Obviously, Ali wasn't on the same wave as him though, and that's why a lot of people blame her for his death. But that's all assuming that Juice WRLD actually died that day on the jet. There are some people who think Juice is still out there alive somewhere today, and we're going to break down exactly why. First of all, there's the private jet. According to one person, they looked up the jet that Juice was allegedly on that day using a flight tracker. They claim that the jet never even went to Chicago, and that it actually went to the Bahamas instead. If Juice never went to Chicago, then that changes the entire story. There's no proof to back up the claim though, but it's not the only reason why fans think he's still alive. Back in 2017, before he became a superstar overnight, Juice actually tweeted, "My goal is to get overly famous, shine for a couple years, then fake my death." After he made the tweet, Juice went on one of the craziest runs in rap history and can definitely be described as overly famous. He was running up billions of streams, working with the biggest artists in the game, and the spotlight on him was growing every day. It could just be a coincidence, but some fans think Juice planned the whole thing from the jump, and even his name adds to the conspiracy theory. Juice WRLD got the name Juice from Tupac's character in the movie. Most rap fans know about the infamous conspiracy theory that Pac faked his own death. He allegedly left clues behind for fans, like on the track Ain't Hard to Find when he rapped, "I heard a rumor I died, murdered in cold blood, dramatized. Pictures of me in my final state, you know mama cried. But that was fiction, some coward got the story twisted." After XXXTentacion and Lil Peep died, Juice dropped the track Legends as a tribute to them and rapped, "What's the 27 club? We ain't making it past 21. I've been going through paranoia, so I always gotta keep a gun. Damn, that's the world we live in now. Yeah, hold on, just hear me out. They tell me I'ma be a legend. I don't want that title now, cause all the legends seem to die out. What the fuck is this about?" The line could just be about XXX and Lil Peep, who both died before they made it past 21, but some fans think Juice was talking about himself too because the news about his death broke just 6 days after he turned 21. One more piece of evidence is Juice's lyrics on the track All Girls Are the Same when he raps, "Who am I kidding? All this jealousy and agony that I sit in. I'm a jealous boy, really feel like John Lennon. The line was a reference to John Lennon's track, Jealous Guy. Lennon was one of the biggest artists of all time, and he was killed by an assassin on December 8th, which was the exact day that Juice allegedly died. Most of the theories about Juice WRLD's death are a pretty big stretch, but that hasn't stopped a lot of his fans from believing them. And while it would be great if he was really out there enjoying his retirement in peace, the most likely scenario is that he's just another great young artist who died way too young.